All right, here's the deal, guys. I don't want y'all to get wrecked. We got a lot of people on Twitter right now that are saying that you should sell. Please don't listen to them. If you're new to the cycle, I'm trying my best to yell it as loud as I can. I've been in this market. I've been doing this for 3 cycles. I have a lot of experience. I'm seeing things right now that are telling me that we're near the bottom. In fact, I was saying by 10/21, by the 21st of October, we should see the bottom by then. And it looks like it's, sometime this weekend or the 21st. So I think we're going to be looking back here in about 7 days and seeing that things are real bullish. And I'm telling you, in our group, if you're looking for a group, we're already getting alts that are pumping every day. People are making money off of it. So, it's up to you if you want to join a group. If you are looking for one, just look here at the bottom where it says Discord access, hit the button and come join us. I mean, just give it a shot for a month, see if it works for you. I've been posting free plays. So if some of you have made some money off those plays on Twitter, use that money to join our group. People really enjoy what we do in there. And I think you would too. And we're going to guide you. We're going to help you know when the top is in. One of the people that helps me found the bottom for this cycle and found the top for last cycle. So if you're looking for something like that, then come join us. So let me just show you. I mean, here's some. There was actually one that just popped up. Pippin here. This one just popped up on our alert. So I've got alerts here that tell us when the token is up 30% or if it's up 100%. And the reason why that's important is we want to know as soon as we can. If we see one that's up 30%, we're going to look at the chart and say, okay, is this a good place to enter or is it hitting resistance? If it's not hitting resistance or if it blows through the resistance, then we know that it's a good play to take. And then if one hits 100%, 200%, 300%, whatever it may be, then we know that it's a good short opportunity and we're just going to watch the charts for that. So, we've got, here's Bless. We did like a 400% on that one from the alert. Here's a buy signal here. Pippin may be doing the same thing. We'll have to see. There is some resistance right there, so be careful with it. WLFI, we don't have a signal for it yet, but I do believe this is going to be a buy signal soon. Kind of like a double bottom here. So I'm just showing you a few things. I'm not going to make this video very long. I just want to show you a couple tokens that you can look at. I think WLFI could be one that that could be a longer hold. And I do believe the market's going up, by the way. I believe it's going to like 150K. And even past that, but 150K may be the next temporary top. So here's MLN. This is the one that actually showed up today that just took off after a 30% gain. But it could be finding some resistance here, come back down a little bit, and then take off again. So even if you don't catch the first pump, if you just wait a few days, usually these things pump again. Slurf, I completely forgot about Slurf. A lot of people are talking about that one. I don't think I have that one. Oh yeah, here it is right here. I'm gonna pull it up for you. So here's Slurf. It did this right here. Excuse all the lines. I like to draw on my charts, but this one had a pump. It hit resistance and then it pumped really hard again. So this tends to happen. You get that 30% pump. And I tell people, be careful if this thing is into resistance, like it was right here. And there was some resistance right there. So it was getting rejected on the lower time frame right there. But once that was over, it just took off again. This thing did like a 400%, and we got the alert, and then 20 minutes later, it pumped another 100%, 200%, something like that. So it's very easy to make money right now. I just want people to know that alts are already pumping. No matter what people are saying on X, this is the proof right here. If, who's buying all this then? If we're in a bear market, if things are headed down, who's buying alts? It's alt season. It's really simple. So, here's our fear, greed, extreme fear. You're getting a lot of FUD news. You're getting, you're just getting bombarded with everything. And when that happens, that's when the bottom is in. They're trying to use your emotions against you. Don't let them. Just be logical. Think about things before you react. I do believe alts are going to have a nice push, probably into the end of the month and even into November. And then we'll see from there. But I believe we are going into 2026 for higher prices. I'm going to show you who you're listening to, by the way. Here's James Wynn. Let me stop my music. I got some music going on while I'm doing this, but I'm going to turn on my audio so you can hear this. But just listen to who you're following here.
Well, okay. So how? Right. Okay. What level? Right. Okay. Fucking hell. Okay. Let's start fucking talking numbers. How many? How many? Hold on. Let me get to my.
I mean, is this who you want to take advice from? So this is a massive account here. James Wynn, 444K followers. I can guarantee you these are not all organic followers. These people, they inflate their numbers by using some kind of paid service when they're just getting started, so that people think that they're God's gift to trading. And I can guarantee you that they're not. People like this, people like Dr. Profit, they consistently delete their posts. They make it look like they're right all the time, and they're lying to you. And sometimes they do it on purpose, even if they think that the price is going up, because they want you to sell your bags so that they can get things even cheaper, which I don't think really works. In my opinion, liquidity is liquidity. It's all institutional for the most part. It's all magic internet dollars. And I don't really think that retail is as involved as what everybody thinks. So, I mean, that's a whole thing. I'm not going to get into that. But anyway, these are just some things you think about after you've been through enough cycles. So, you got people like Alejandro BTC here saying Bitcoin's up 700% in 2 years. What makes you think it's a good time to buy? Are you mentally okay? So, sure. I mean, Bitcoin's up a lot, but this tends to happen when things are going up. I mean, you do have pauses where it just pulls back for a little bit, 20% move back down, and then it pumps again. But the time to be buying is when everybody's the most scared. When things are selling off, you're trying to get the best price you can. That's why you have money on the side, is for when things like this happen. We just had a crash, a crash that happened all in one day, and it's already been made up by a lot of these tokens. So you tell me, if we're in a bear market, how come we're not going down still? How come price has held on a lot of these altcoins and now it's going back up? How come we didn't fill that wick on a lot of these altcoins? Doesn't make sense, right? So you got people saying things like this, they're exhausted. I mean, these are the times that you should be buying. I mean, you even got people like Andrew Tate, which you should never listen to, predicting 26K. Just understand there's a lot of people on X that are not who they appear to be. They are talking heads, just like you see on the media, that lie to you. They don't care about you. I care about you. I want you to do well. There was even one person here. I don't know if I can. Oh yeah, here it is. This person saying, "Be careful. Half the CT is feds." They were listening to some woke feds on Spaces defend 50% taxes. They said some. The government's on X too as well. So, I mean, what do you think? You think maybe they're fudding your bags? It's definitely possible. So anyway, I hope that this was helpful to you. I want to ease your nerves because I definitely believe they're going up. Let me show you here Opal real quick as we finish up here. I do believe that Opal has reached its bottom. This is a higher low. You've got a bullish divergence right there with a channel that's starting to go up. Plus the red money flow is starting to taper back up to green. So I do believe this is the bottom for Opal. This is one of the ones that I hold. Not saying for you to pump my bags. I don't care about that because I believe that things are going to go up, regardless. Because it's the government or whoever it may be that's the ones that's actually pumping the markets. Retail is not enough to push it this much. So it's institutional money. It's big money. Yeah, so I think that's about it. All I was really going to. Oh yeah, there was one more thing here. So I posted this on my Twitter. If I take this away for just a second, what we're looking at is the ratio total market cap, excluding Bitcoin, ETH, and stablecoins. But then it's also comparing alts to BTC. So in this case, and my lines actually aren't really drawn correctly. I'm just drawing a channel that was mostly parallel. But this would probably be more accurate here if I grabbed as many wicks as I could here. So, maybe this thing only comes up to here, but that's still good. But there is a chance it could go up there as well because, if these lines are parallel, then it could still come up here. But this would be the first place to watch, for rejection. But I do believe this is going to happen. As this goes up, that means alts are outperforming Bitcoin. Alts are way down right now. You need to be buying things when they're cheap, right? You buy them when they're cheap. You sell them when they're expensive. Buy at a discount, sell at a premium. That's the golden rule in investing, right? So you're getting a huge opportunity here. What else did I want to tell you? Yeah, so the PMI, basically this is the economy, how well it's doing. If it's recovering, which currently it is still in a recovery phase, or if it's expanding up here. If there's growth. So you got an inverted head and shoulders here on PMI, and you can see the overlay here. Every time it pumped, every time PMI went up, so did Bitcoin, or so did, sorry, alts. Because this is actually, Bitcoin's not included on this chart. So this is alts going up. Bitcoin was going up when this was going down. It's the inverse. So PMI going up, alts going up, PMI going down, alts going down. You can see it here as well. Peaked about the same time. Now where are we at? We're back at the bottom. How hard is it to buy the bottom of a line, a support line, and to sell the top of it? It's not hard, right? It just takes patience. So I hope this makes a lot more sense to you after seeing this. I'm tired of all the people butting people's bags on X. So I wanted to get out on here, and I'm going to keep making videos for the next couple of weeks, reminding you that they're trying to get you out of your positions right before the move. These big wicks happen like this right before a big move. So it's up to you, not financial advice, but there you go. I just want you to know what I'm feeling. If you want to join our Discord, links in the description. I think you should, but it's up to you. All right, take care.